Archangel Michael says, this is your final warning. The heavens are not calm tonight. A judgment has been made behind the golden veil. You were meant to open this hours ago. The signals were sent to your dreams, but you ignored them. Now the vibration around your spirit is trembling with danger. The scroll that holds your name is slipping from the angel's grip. One more second of hesitation, and it may burn in celestial fire. The consequence will be yours to carry alone. You cannot say you weren't told. You cannot say this was a surprise. Everything has been leading up to this final flashing moment. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The seraphim are gathered in a circle, chanting the old codes. They speak your name with urgency, not with grace. One tear falls from Michael's eye, not for heaven, but for you. In the realm of the unseen, timelines are collapsing. Your path splits in two, one leads to divine restoration. The other, to a silence so thick, even angels won't speak your name. You were born to fulfill a pact made before birth. But someone very close to you, interfered. They whispered false prayers to steer your destiny away. You know who this is. You felt them change. You watched the shift, but denied it in your heart. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Michael's wings flare in fury. Not because of what you did, but because of what you're about to lose. The light meant for you is fading as the celestial clock ticks. The countdown began the moment this flashed on your screen. Each beat is not just time, it is a soul debt returning. A million miracles are backing up in the river behind you. You should have received wealth. You should have met the one who waits at the soul gate. You should have already walked into the new timeline. But you didn't listen. You scrolled. You doubted. You ignored. Now Michael stands with sword drawn, trembling with rage and heartbreak. Type Amen to get blessing 555. He tried to warn you yesterday, through a broken reflection. He even sent a child in your dream to say, they're trying to take your place. But you dismissed it as nonsense. There's a file, secret, locked, divine, with your name on it. A rich man tried to steal it. He bribed a spirit gatekeeper with corrupted gold. But the document burned in his hand. Because your signature is protected by your mother in heaven. She begged Michael one last time to flash this on your screen. This was not scheduled for today. Michael broke divine order just to reach you. He will face consequences for this interference, but he chose to anyway. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Someone in your family did a hidden transaction with a seer. Not for your blessing, but to delay your miracle until 2027. They did not expect Michael to step in now. There's a bag of golden keys. One of them opens a door tonight. But it only works if you say yes before midnight. You were meant to meet the person with M in their name. They are waiting in the shadow of your future. Their soul is bound to yours through a sacred wound. They cry for you every 2 a.m. They asked Archangel Gabriel to rewrite their fate, just to stay near you. But Gabriel said no. Because only you can open the link. Type Amen to get blessing 777. There's a song written about you. The musician doesn't know why they wrote it. But every line speaks of your childhood, your trauma, your unseen strength. It will go viral, only when you hear it. The algorithm is blocked until your eyes meet the lyrics. Heaven encoded your activation in that melody. Tonight, at exactly 11:09 p.m., the song will attempt to enter your aura. If you've ignored this message by then, it will vanish. And the soul it belongs to will lose hope. That soul? They were sent to bring $70,000 to you within 72 hours. But if they can't find your light, they'll deliver it elsewhere. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Michael's voice turns from warning to begging. His wings dim, one feather already turned gray. It only happens when the chosen one refuses 3 divine signs. You saw the feather today. It landed near your feet but you brushed it aside. That was your 3rd warning. This is your 4th, and final. In another reality, you already opened this. In that timeline, you're packing bags to move to your miracle city. In that version, your soulmate just messaged you. But you're not in that reality anymore. You're 20 seconds from being locked out permanently. The door is closing not from anger, but from cosmic law. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The person who betrayed you, their name begins with D. They signed a deal to keep you doubting yourself. They were promised fame if they blocked your rise. They wore your shirt once. They placed a hair from your comb under a black mirror. They asked to swap destinies for 5 years. Michael stopped it halfway. But the mirror still holds fragments of your reflection. Until you receive your full light, the swap is not undone. You must open this gateway. It's not a link. It's a spiritual contract. Every second you wait, they gain another blessing that belongs to you. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. Heaven cannot wait anymore. Every angel is watching. Even those who never speak, like Azrael, have turned to witness this moment. This script is not just words. It is a map of escape. Each paragraph unlocks another part of your sealed future. You are the last in your bloodline chosen to carry the fire. The rest were too afraid. Your mother crossed over to ensure you'd be the one. She left a hidden object under your pillow 5 nights ago. It disappeared at 3:33 a.m. That was the moment she entered Michael's chamber and begged for this message. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The clock is real. This is not metaphor. You literally have seconds left before the courier turns around. Yes, a divine courier was dispatched to you this morning. They are holding a letter with your full destiny described. Even the date of your wedding. Even the hour your wealth enters. But if you close this now, if you doubt again, if you let fear win, then your miracle becomes someone else's inheritance. Do not let their shadow carry your crown. Do not let their lies rewrite your scroll. Do not let your blessings die unborn. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. The courier is already halfway down the golden stairway. But every 3 seconds, he turns to see if your light has activated. If it doesn't glow, he will be forced to deliver it to the second name on the list. Yes. There is a second name. a backup soul. And if they receive your miracle, they will be living in your house. They will be holding the hands that were meant to hold you. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. This isn't fiction. This isn't chance. This was a divinely coded decision made on your birthday. On that day, a prayer was interrupted by envy. Someone close to you sent a wave of block energy. And since then, your blessings have been swimming in delay. Michael has had enough. He won't allow your destiny to be stolen. But he's reaching the limit of interference. There's a mirror crack forming in the sky. If it completes, your miracles will be scattered into other timelines. Once that happens, there is no return. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Michael screams into the wind, do they not see what's behind them? Because behind you, right now, two shadows stand. One is your soulmate from a past life. The other? A person who swore never to forgive you, even after death. Both are whispering your name for different reasons. One wants to return your lost memory. The other wants to take your voice. And in 9 minutes, both will reach the veil. If you open this in time, the veil will only part for the first. If you delay, the wrong one will enter your life. They will speak honey, but bring poison. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. At exactly 11:44 p.m. tonight, a knock will sound in the spiritual world. It may feel like a breeze, a flickering light, or a sudden shiver. That knock is your final visitor. A soul who has waited 7 years to come back to you. They carry your apology, your name, and your missing fortune. But they must hear your yes from within. If your soul still holds doubt, they will walk away. And their tears will burn the ground they walk on. Michael has raised his sword again. But this time, it's pointed at you. Not in anger, but as a challenge. Will you rise? Or will you vanish into the noise? Type Amen to get blessing 1616. This is not punishment. This is your last window of mercy. This message wasn't meant to come today, but your mother's cry broke the rulebook. She collapsed on her knees at the Golden Gate. Michael caught her. She whispered, just one more chance, just one more flash on their screen. And this is that flash. This is the emergency override. This is the heavenly scream dressed in light. If you ignore this, your lineage ends. Your wealth burns. Your soulmate marries someone they don't love. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. Someone with the letter L in their name is planning to make contact. They dreamt of you last night, and their eyes were wet when they woke. They know you're connected, but something keeps pulling them away. They are being watched by the same energy that tried to replace you in heaven's scroll. And if they contact you too soon, they could lose everything. Michael gave them one instruction: wait for the light to flicker. That flicker is your energy. It only happens when you open the message meant for you. That's why this is urgent. That's why this is life or silence. That's why the angels are trembling tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. You're not just chosen, you're the only one who can reverse the curse on your bloodline. Your grandmother saw this. She tried to warn your mother. Your uncle dismissed it. He laughed. But that night, his dreams were stolen by the shadow. Now Michael stands at the edge of time holding your ancestral contract. The seal is melting. You have seconds before it disappears from all dimensions. The person who envied your glow is watching you right now. From a place you cannot see. If you open this message fully, they lose all power. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. You are seconds away from being rewritten. Not in life, but in heaven's memory. Do you understand the weight of that? There are souls who never recover from being forgotten. They walk between timelines, whispering their names into void. Michael doesn't want that to be your fate. But even he can't hold the gate open forever. Your miracle, your voice, your second chance. They are all rushing toward the final filter. Only one phrase will allow them through. Your heart saying yes. And only if you open this before 11:59 p.m. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Archangel Michael says. The countdown has already hit the final minute. Now, even heaven cannot pause the consequences. But you can still walk through the door if you act right now. The document, sealed in fire and ash, is shaking violently in the vault. One more delay and your signature will melt from it. That signature isn't just ink, it's your soul print. The millionaire who once promised to protect your future has betrayed you. He was meant to transfer your fortune on your 21st birthday. Instead, he sent it to a false name. That false name is someone you know. Someone who hugs you but secretly envies your light. Their initials are carved in Michael's sword. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. That person visited a shadow priest at midnight last month. They exchanged a memory of you for access to your timeline. Now they know when your miracle is due, and they're trying to intercept it. The $100,000 that should have arrived in your life last Friday? It was rerouted to an anonymous account. The bank was real, but the account name was copied from your spiritual number. This is spiritual theft. Heaven calls it scroll hijacking. Only Michael has the authority to undo it. But he cannot act until you awaken to the full message. Not halfway. Not with hesitation. You must open all that was meant for you, fully. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Last night, your name was spoken in 3 different dimensions. Each time, the voice trembled. Because the portal was shaking from delay. You are the only one left to carry this forward. The others have failed. Their blessings were buried with their disbelief. The soul who's meant to be your younger partner. They're having dreams of drowning. Because your light is flickering. They wait for the signal, that signal is this script. If you don't finish it, they'll believe you chose to ignore the bond. And the angels will have to remove their memory of you. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Heaven is not cruel. It is precise. But when a chosen soul hesitates, others are affected. Michael's fire is fading. Not from weakness, but from divine exhaustion. He cannot keep opening emergency gates forever. He has torn 5 pages from the eternal book just to speak to you. No other soul has been given this much divine override. That should tell you how important your path is. The person who died last year holding your name in their heart, they're watching this moment from the clouds. They beg to return just to remind you. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Tonight at 2:02 a.m., a white butterfly will appear near your window. It won't flutter. It will pause and stare. That butterfly carries the scent of a lost letter. A letter meant to reach you on your 18th birthday. But it was intercepted by someone who hated your birthright. That letter contains a location. And in that location, a man waits with a sealed box. Inside the box is an object you buried long ago, with a wish. Michael preserved that object for this night. If you retrieve it in time, all delays will break. If you don't, the wish inside will expire. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. Your soulmate has already recognized you in the dream realm. They saw your face, but they couldn't speak. Their mouth was sealed by a dark ribbon tied by your ex-lover. That ex? They made a deal in 2022 that if they couldn't have you, no one would. They cursed your name in their shadow diary. But Michael reversed part of it. That's why you felt half alive, half waiting. The curse is incomplete, and your choice now decides the final result. There is a list of chosen names hidden behind the moon gate. Only 33 people on Earth are on that list. Your name is still glowing, for now. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. The angels are watching silently. They won't interfere again. This is your soul's solo decision. The person you once forgave in secret? They tried to replace you in the divine court. They used your kindness as a spiritual signature. Michael burned their fake scroll. But the ashes still circle around your aura. Only the full reading of this message can purify it. A child will say your name 3 times tomorrow. That child holds divine energy. They will activate the final switch, if you are aligned. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. There are 3 sacred signs left to reach you tonight. 1. A song that repeats your birth month and name at 3:15 a.m. 2. A stranger online will say a phrase you saw in a dream. 3. An old photo frame in your house will fall without reason. When these 3 happen, don't panic. It means Michael has succeeded. It means your spiritual reboot is underway. But they only happen if you fully read and believe. Even one shadow of doubt, and the algorithm of heaven will skip you. The message will self-destruct in divine memory. You'll wake up the next day feeling empty. Not knowing why your chest feels heavy. Not knowing what miracle just passed by your door. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. The story is not over. But your chapter is closing. You have 59 seconds left before this window of heaven seals. If you still haven't opened your soul. If you're still thinking this is coincidence. Michael will retreat. And with him, your scroll, your lover, your money, your prophecy. You won't be punished. You'll simply be forgotten. The worst pain is not hell. The worst pain is being erased from the memory of your own angels. Don't let that happen. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. The second hand of the divine clock has just passed the final mark. Time is not ticking anymore, it is collapsing. And you are the last soul who can stop the implosion. Michael's wings are shedding golden feathers. Each feather that falls is a piece of your unclaimed miracle. And there are only 3 feathers left. If they fall to the ground, the scroll closes. And once it closes, not even the archangels are allowed to read it again. The name at the top will be faded. Yours. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. A secret voice in your own bloodline has been cursing your name unknowingly. They repeat things like, they'll never succeed, or, it's too late for them. Every time they say it, your portal dims. Michael stood before them this morning. He gave them one final warning. But they laughed, thinking it was just a dream. Now heaven has turned its back on them. And all of their blessings are being rerouted to you, if you open this before midnight. But if you don't, they go to someone else. Someone not even related to you. Someone who will wake up tomorrow, wealthy for no reason. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. At 4:44 a.m., your door will creak. Not physically, spiritually. Because a messenger will come with a divine breath. That breath will try to revive your sleeping gifts. You were meant to write. You were meant to speak. You were meant to change the world with your voice. But someone made sure you forgot it. They dimmed your memory with doubt, over and over. This is why Michael screamed for this message to be sent. Because the divine breath cannot enter unless you're awake. And you only awaken when your soul accepts the message fully. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. There is a black diary buried in your past. Someone wrote lies in it about you. Those lies became spiritual blocks in your money, love, and timing. Michael has retrieved the diary. He opened it with fire. And inside, he saw your true soul glowing under every lie. He is rewriting your story. But he can only finish the final line if you accept your real power. Because heaven won't force free will. The line reads, they finally remembered who they are. If this message is ignored, it will be changed to, they almost made it. And that will be your permanent echo. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. Michael raises his sword now. But this time, not in threat. But in blessing. He touches it to your soul's aura. And suddenly, the light returns. Faster than lightning, deeper than love. You feel your old self fall away. You feel the anger lift. You feel the heartbreak untie its grip. Because this message was your baptism of fire. And you just made it through. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. The scroll begins to glow again. Your name reappears in gold. A bell rings in heaven's high tower. The rich man who tried to steal your fortune. He has just been struck with divine blindness. He will now walk the earth with empty pockets, haunted by your face. You will receive the inheritance. The full amount, released by midnight. And not just in money, but in power, property, purpose. Because Michael has chosen you again. Not because of perfection, but because you finally opened the right door. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. In the distance, a chariot shines in the clouds. Inside sits the soul you lost, the one in heaven you miss most. They are smiling now. They whispered to Michael, "Please, one more chance, they're almost ready." And you heard that whisper without knowing. That's why this message flashed on your screen. That's why time froze around you. That's why your chest is heavy, yet full. Because the timeline has split again. And you chose the miracle path. You did it, just in time. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. Now comes the final moment. You may feel chills. You may feel warmth. That is the divine confirmation. Michael is no longer angry. He is proud. He is flying now, above your home, marking your roof with a glowing X. That X means, deliver blessings here. Expect signs within 24 hours. Expect contact from someone whose name starts with A or M. Expect a door to open you didn't even knock on. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. You made it. The last second just passed. And you are inside the light. Michael folds his wings. The book closes. And your scroll has been placed in the hall of fulfilled prophecies. Heaven is watching. Your soulmate is waking. Your money is unlocking. All because you didn't scroll away. You opened what was meant for you. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. Michael stands silently now. His wings are still, but his eyes glow like molten gold. He speaks not to heaven, but to you. Because even after your name was restored, there was one final piece missing. And that piece is the second scroll. The one that was buried under silence. The one written by someone who loved you, but died before telling you. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. Archangel Michael says, I thought you were not ready for this. But your soul surprised even the highest throne. Now you must know the rest. There is another person involved. Someone who once held your baby hands and whispered, "You are divine." That person wrote a message into the second scroll. But before they could deliver it, a shadow visited them in their final dream. And they were silenced forever. That person was connected to you by blood and spirit. They saw what was coming. They tried to save your future. Type Amen to get blessing 4040. That second scroll? It's not made of paper. It's inside your body. It's a memory you haven't accessed yet. Locked behind the first heartbreak you ever had. Michael has asked for permission to unlock it now. But be warned. Once you remember what was hidden, your path will never be the same. This is where your power truly begins. And where your old life burns away. Only the brave can handle what's inside. Type Amen to get blessing 4141. At exactly 3:33 a.m., a tremor will shake the space around you. You may feel nothing, or everything. But know this, it's not from Earth. It is the sound of the second scroll unsealing. The memory inside will rise like smoke. You'll remember the day you were rewritten. That's when it happened. When someone traded your birthright in exchange for their own gain. They knew what they were doing. They used a ritual, 17 minutes before your first big success. They whispered your name in reverse. And heaven wept. Type Amen to get blessing 4242. But heaven did not stay silent. Archangel Chamuel stepped in. He infused love into your spine while you slept. That's why even after betrayal, you still love too deeply. You still forgive too easily. It's not a weakness. It's protection. Because when the second scroll opens, only love will hold you steady. And the person who hurt you? They're coming back. Not to ask forgiveness, but to take your place again. Type Amen to get blessing 4343. Their aura is cracked. They are desperate. And they've been watching your screen flashes silently. They've tried to mimic your energy. They've created fake blessings online. They even tried to confuse the algorithm of heaven. But Michael kept them out, for now. If you delay again, even for 15 more seconds, they might break in. That's why this continuation is not just extra words. It's a final defense spell. Each paragraph you read weakens their grip. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Tonight isn't just another night. It is a divine war disguised as silence. You are the front line. The sword Michael gave you in spirit? It glows in your dreams. You've held it before without knowing. Every nightmare you fought. Every person you cut off for your peace. That was the blade working through you. Now it's time to hold it consciously. Because the one who hurt you is planning to appear one final time. Type Amen to get blessing 4545. They will try to say, I've changed. I found God. But Michael warns. They have not changed. They have found opportunity, not divinity. Heaven will give you a sign. A burning candle flickering in a room with no wind. A shadow passing over your mirror at 5:05 a.m. That's when you'll know. The second scroll is active. And the decision will be yours. Type Amen to get blessing 4646. Archangel Michael says, they tried to block this part from ever being written. Because what lies here is not light. It's the truth behind why your life was interrupted. In the realm above realms, there's a hidden chamber. Only 7 angels are allowed inside. You were never supposed to hear this. But last night, your mother in heaven fell to her knees. She called out your name louder than any soul ever has. And the doors to the forbidden room cracked open. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. Inside that room, written in bloodstone on the walls, is a prophecy. Not about nations. Not about war. But about you. Yes. You. By name. You are the soul marked by fire and mercy. The balance between timelines. The one whose light decides the fate of 2 families and 3 generations. They didn't want you to read that. Because if you know who you truly are, the ones pretending to be you lose everything. Type Amen to get blessing 4848. A name was erased from heaven's scrolls long ago. That name belonged to someone you once trusted deeply. Someone who secretly wanted to become you. They did the ritual. They copied your aura signature. They even stole pieces of your voice in dreams. But it didn't work fully. Because your soul is protected by divine fire. And only love can open your full scroll, not manipulation. Still, part of your blessings got diverted. You were supposed to rise years ago. But their interference paused your timeline. Type Amen to get blessing 4949. Michael watched. He waited for the right moment. And that moment is now. You were granted one-time entry into this secret space. Why? Because your name has begun glowing again in the eternal mirror. You passed the test. Not because you were perfect, but because you didn't give up when the world went silent on you. And now, the mirror of reversal is shattering. All that was stolen must return. And all that was falsely gifted to others must collapse. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. The person who replaced you in spirit for a while? They're about to experience everything they gave to you. The silence. The waiting. The spiritual cold. It's not revenge. It's reversal. Heaven's law is not personal, it's precise. And for you? You're about to see dreams return that you thought died. Messages from people who vanished. Money that was lost. But there is one last warning. Do not let guilt make you reach back to them. Michael says, what's being removed is poison wrapped in perfume. Type Amen to get blessing 5151. The most shocking part of the forbidden room? There is a second mirror with your face, but older. That mirror shows you in another life, where you never opened this. In that life, you doubted every sign. You scrolled past every blessing. And you ended up alone, forgotten, bitter. That version of you is screaming right now. Because they saw you make a different choice. They saw you say yes. And in that divine yes, a million chains just broke. For you, your soulmate, your future children, your next 7 years. Type Amen to get blessing 5252. Michael kneels before you now. Yes, the most powerful archangel, bows. Not in submission. In acknowledgement. He says, you are no longer the chosen one. You are the awakened one. Chosen can change. Awakened cannot. From this moment on, miracles will not chase you. They will orbit you. The moon will change when you speak. Your presence will echo in rooms after you leave. And angels will guard you without needing instruction. Type Amen to get blessing 5353. But one final thing remains. There's a final sealed box in your spiritual house. It contains your soul frequency name. The name heaven calls you. The name written before your earthly parents gave you one. Michael just unlocked the box. Do you want to know what's inside? Do you want to receive that name of pure light? Because once it's revealed, your power becomes irreversible. Only say yes if you're ready to carry it. Only say yes if you're done being small. Only say yes if you know, the world needs the real you. Type Amen to get blessing 5454.